Welcome again in this video session of SST of Sanskar Public School. In the previous video session, we have learned about the Indian foreign policy and the casteism and other. But today in this video session, we are going to complete this chapter with the last topic. The topic is the socio-economic problem and the need for the economic planning. So first of all, we should know what is the economic problem, because that was the first topic of this chapter. Challenges which we have to face after immediate the independence, but after setting up the government, after framing the constitution, after reorganization the state, there were so many problems which we have to face again to set up the best administration, to provide the equality and to promote the fundamental right. So what are these? So one by one we are going to discuss about these topics. Number one, in our society, immediate after the independence, so many problems were there, because that was the society which society was set up immediate after the independence, and the society of the India was very tortured, badly tortured, brutally tortured by the British Empire. So that's why so many social evils were there. And the no awareness, no literacy, no education, so there was a reason. So many problems we have to face. So first of all, the overpopulation. Immediate after the independence in 1950, the great population we are having, and due to that population we have to suffer the poverty, means that the overpopulation was the cause of the illiteracy, casteism and the poverty. Because immediate after the independence, when the 562 states were there, and the first home minister was tried to removing the to try to more and more states join the India, then there was a problem. When the people joined the India, then the population immediately increased, and the population, when the population was increased, then there was a problem. Most of the peoples were not aware. They were as like a crowd only, not awareness, not literacy, not updated. So there was a reason. Overpopulation became the major cause of all these problems. Next, when the overpopulation became the cause of the all other problems in our society, so next we start the illiteracy. Why the India was illiterate? Because in 1857, when the British government has introduced the Western education system in our India, then this British education system was very costly. And already we have learned everything about this education system in the 6th chapter, that was the spread of modern education. Which was the modern education? Modern education was the Western education of the British Empire, and the real motive of that education to supply the low-paid clerk and the teacher and doctor in the British Empire, because the British government has so many countries became the colony. So when these countries became the colony, then the British Empire had a need to appoint the worker, clerks and the other educated person. But if they gave this opportunity to the foreigner and the European, then they have to pay a huge salary amount. To escape the money, to spare the money, they have to find out the way. If they introduced the Western education in India, and those who became the educated according to the Western system, then they supplied them. Then they planted these people as a low-paid clerk, means that they gave the low wages to them and took a more work. There was a reason, but another reason, so that's why they introduced the Western education in India. Next, why the most of people became illiterate? When according to the Western system, when the schools, universities and colleges were set up, then these colleges, universities were set up in the cities. So that's why the rural areas became illiterate, because they cannot go regularly to the cities and towns. So there was a transport problem. Another thing, the girls' education was neglected. That's why the girls became illiterate. And this education system was very costly also, and everyone cannot afford the fee and money. That's why the illiteracy spread in all over the India. Only the few part of the country became the literate, those who can afford the fee, those who capable, those who are having the capability to up down daily, town to village to town and town to village. Next is the casteism. As you know, we are all are knows well what is the casteism. Casteism means there is a discrimination, there is untouchability on the basis of the caste. So in the society, many of the reformers try to remove the caste and the other social reform evils also. But after that, the so many parts was left in our India which were followed the untouchability and the casteism. Means that they gave the all priority only to the higher caste, not to the lower caste. So that's why that was also the challenge कि we have to provide the equality, how we have to be set up the stop the Camwell riot. Camwell riot means how many quarrel and the fights were peoples were fighting due to the on the basis of caste. So how we have to stop this? So the casteism also became the major problem. Then the poverty. Poverty means our Indian wealth drained out from India to England. That's why India had suffered the bad economic condition. Financial condition was totally disrupted because how much money we are having, how much economic resources we are having. So most of the resources and the money was drained out from India to England. Dada Bhai Nauroji was also written everything about this process, how the East India Company drained out the Indian wealth to England. The book name, they have also written a book. That book name was Drained Wealth of India. Next is the after to removing these problems, we have a need to prepare the economic planning. Economic planning means the ways, the process and the method by which we can regain our good economic condition. So our new government, which was the new government, Jawaharlal Nehru yani ki Congress party was framed the new government. So that's why the Nehruji was responsible to regain the good economic condition. For that, the India had adopted a mixed economy. Always learn it. If the question is come, which type of economy does have in India, so you should say mixed economy we are having. What is the means of the mixed economy? Mixed economy means the government gave the priority to the both rich person yani ki private and the government. It means the government had adopted the mixed economy. It means mixed economy means the private owners is there and the government is also there. Yani ki government had set up the so many industry. Yani ki they gave focus to industrialization, increase the industrialization. When the industrialization will be there, obviously production will increase. When the production will increase, then we will become the capable to export or import. When we can do the export or import, then we can earn the money. Next is the private. Private means government also gave the priority to the private owners, yani ki rich person, those who were capable to set up the industry and share their and sold out the share to the government. Yani ki government bhi partner hai aur private owner bhi partner hai. Because when the private will set up the industry, then these private owners also responsible to pay the tax to the government, and they will also responsible to increase the production of the country, and that production will be exported to the out of the India. Then the Indian economy will increase day by day. So that's why our government has to be prepare the new economic planning. In this economic planning, they gave the priority to adopt the mixed economy. After this, in this mixed economy, Nehruji was also gave the priority to set up the multi-purpose project. In the yesterday's video, in the previous video session, we have also discussed about that. What is the multi-purpose project? Multi-purpose projects are called the dams, because dams are the single one which we have to use for the multi-purpose. जिन्हें हम अलग-अलग तरीकों के लिए use करते हैं. What are these? These are for the irrigation, to generate the electricity, to supply the water for drinking water, to supply the water for the irrigation, and at others also. So that's why the Nehruji also gave the priority, and to promote the multi-purpose project, Nehruji also called all dams are the temples of the India. What does it mean? Temples of the India means that now here the Nehrujis compared the dams with the temples. Because the temple is also a multi-purpose, we go to the temple to complete our wish from the god and to perform the yagna, to perform the worship, to perform the havan and etc. Same as the dams are also the multi-purpose project, because we have complete the different type of the wish and need from the dams. That's why it became the more important part of the new economic planning. And the government has also set up, gave the 5-year planning. And especially the first dams were set up. These were the Bhakra Nagal, Damodar Valley and the Nagarjun, Nagal Dam, Nagarjun Dam and the Damodar Dam. These three dams were the first dam which were set up under the first 5-year plan by the new government after the independence. And the so many hydroelectric projects were also set up by which the India was started to generate the electricity and supply the proper electricity in all over the country. So now this chapter is going to over and we will learn next in the next video session, and then thank you.